Hello, my name's Will. And what I've been doing over the past few months is talking about workplace violence, our core subject. And I've also been asking our followers and clients to get in touch with me and ask any questions that, well, I can see if I can help. When I was taking training last week on virtual classroom training on personal safety, one of the attendees asked me about complacency and said, do I think people become complacent? I said, well, complacency isn't just down to the pandemic, because that's what we were talking about. It's also down to, well, if you've got a staff member or yourself has been working over a long period of time, especially long working, and nothing actually happens to you, well, I'm not being funny, you can actually slightly become complacent. We all can be at fault of it. One of the things I did point out was that, see, mobile phones, they are fantastic bits of equipment. They can hold an immense amount of information. They can even have apps on it to know where you are, lone working devices. There's all sorts mobile phones can do, and store valuable information. The only thing they can make us is very complacent. As I pointed out, well, you see, let's try a little test. And I asked them all a question. And one of the questions I asked them was, how many of you know your home number off the top of your head? And believe it or not, out of 12, 8 of them put their hand up, which was very good. Then what I said was, well, okay, then how many of you actually know your loved one, your close relative, relationship, anything like that, mobile number off the top of your head? Believe it or not, only 2 people put their hands up. Obviously on the virtual classroom. Then I actually asked, how many of you know your office number off the top of your head? Not one of them put the hand up. Now, it's not a fault. It's not a fault. We can all fall down to, well, we put it on a mobile phone and that's where we keep our information. The other thing is, it says it can make us very complacent. Then I also always ask other questions. One of the main questions I always ask is this. Imagine you finish work at the end of the day. You could have been away on a meeting and let's say a visit of an inspection. You could be doing anything. You could even be saying finish a shift in a retail shop or finish in a hotel, anything like that. You decide yourself. Pick yourself right now. And let's say you head off home. And let's say something happens on the way home. Now, you can have more than one phone, as we all know. Some people carry 2. But let's say something happens to a point that makes them phones or that phone, well, doesn't work or it's inoperable. That means it cannot be used at all. Now let's just say this happens then. So you've got no phone, it's not working and you're stranded. Could be any reason. Or unfortunately, which I've come across, you could have an instant where you're unconscious. Is there anybody at home or a friend, anyone like that, would know when you didn't get home? Would they know actually who to call direct on a mobile number or a direct line to find out where you was that day in that emergency? If you're saying no, okay, that's common. By the way, that is common. But what I try to say to my attendees and my clients, I always say, well, look, why don't we do this? One of you, doesn't matter. You should ask 3 or 4 colleagues, many as you want, it's up to you. Preferably your manager as well, for a direct line contact number, say a mobile number. Get permission from them, put it on a piece of paper, list it, call it ICE if you want in case of emergency. Leave it at home and say to loved ones at home, look, in the event of emergency, you can't find me or get me and you think it's serious enough, here's some people that would have an idea where I was on that day. Then ask yourself one final question. That loved one I asked, or that friend to come looking for you, if they didn't come home, would you know who to call? We rely on these devices too much sometimes with our own personal safety. See, no policy, procedures, instructions, training will ever protect you 100%. The only person that's going to keep you safe is you, and that's your choice. Thank you for watching. Please follow us on our LinkedIn page because more people we have joined, the more information we can spread. Please go to our new YouTube page that we've set up. We've put all our videos on there and categorized it. Please subscribe. It means that then if you ever need any bit of advice or videos, there's information there. And some of it, I've been told, is very useful. Thank you for watching. I'll make sure I make another video when I get enough subjects, people interested in it. Stay safe whatever you're doing, and bye for now.